What up, Bucs fans? This is Michael Plus from Real Bucs Talk. Wanted to dive into this week's matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals as they come to town to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Buccaneers coming off just a horrible loss to San Francisco, 35-7. Bengals kind of the same thing as San Francisco. They're coming into this game red hot. They've won a lot of games in a row. I believe. Let's look at their they've won 5 in a row, so they're doing very well, and they are just on fire right now, really honing in on their identity and they know who they are as an offense, and obviously playing very well. Joe Burrow is a playmaker at quarterback. As you see there, 27 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, and then you have Joe Mixon, who I believe is coming back into form. And then you have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd. They have a lot of weapons on that side of the football. The offensive line has still been up and down, but with Joe Burrow's mobility inside the pocket, he is still, one of the best as far as finding his playmakers and getting them points, the necessary points that they need. And defensively, they've come around to be not a terrible unit. Actually, a very solid defense, and they've been solid over the last several seasons. And now it's becoming one of their better assets of the team. So defensively, they've been stepping it up. And let's take a look at their depth chart here. And obviously, we mentioned the offensive playmakers. And then on the offensive line, you have, Jonah Williams, Cordell Volson, Ted Karras, Alex Kappa. That's a former Buccaneer. So we all know about him. And then Lyle Collins. So, a solid offensive group. And then defensively, again, a lot of physical guys up front with Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader's very good player, BJ Hill, Trey Hendrickson. We know him from the Saints, always a very solid player. Logan Wilson, very good linebacker, Jermaine Pratt and Davis Gaither, not bad, solid guys. And then their secondary has been pretty solid as well. Eli Apple, Von Bell, Jesse Bates, and Cam Taylor Britt, the rookie. So it's a group that, again, they find ways to win games, but they are led by their offense. And, let's go back to down here. You look at the schedule and you look at their stats here. Here it is, 25 points per game, allowing 20 points per game, 390 yards total offense. Again, good passing numbers, good balance there, 100 yards on the ground. And then defensively, again, not the greatest, but they're good enough, and they find ways to make things happen. 340 yards allowed, 230 in the passing game, and then 111 on the ground. So pretty solid. And you look at the numbers here, the scores. Again, offense leading the way, 23, 27, 20, 37, 42. Again, some of these are not the greatest teams they're going up against, but again, big wins against Kansas City and Tennessee. I mean, that speaks volumes, and that's really good. And now, as far as the Buccaneers, again, this is a game where it's an uphill battle because we all know about our offense. We know the defense has been, for the most part, been very solid. Again, last week I kind of put it as an outlier. It's just some of the things they did last week they just haven't done all year, and it happened in that game. So yeah, it was just very tough last week, but it's going to be tough again this week because the Buccaneers, they just don't really have answers on offense right now. They don't seem to be clicking. The play calling and the sequencing is not good. And certain players that need to play better haven't been playing well. And so it's going to be another tough matchup in this one. I'm not sure. Again, they have the over under at 44 in this game. And they actually, they had the Bengals as the favorite, 3.5 points. So it's a tough matchup. I see it's going to be a nice, beautiful weather day. So that's good. But I see the Bengals taking this one. I just don't see the Buccaneers finding a way to overcome not only, the injuries, but just the coaching and inept and just not good, like a lot of bad that has been happening over the last several weeks, and you hope they can finally put something together and show potential and start clicking and being consistent, but just hasn't happened to this point, and I don't expect it to miraculously change on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. I hope the Buccaneers, can find a way to win, but right now I'm leaning towards Cincinnati pulling this one out as they are just playing better. They're the better team, playing more consistent and finding ways to win, as the Buccaneers are just finding ways to lose games. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you think of this matchup. What do you think are the keys, if there are any, for the Buccaneers to find a way to pull off the upset here at home and get a victory, a much needed victory to stay at first place in the NFC South? So appreciate all the support. And with that said, until the next one.